In several Native American creation stories, a shift from immortality to mortality is central, often decided by grandmothers or other elders who understand that eternal life would cause an overpopulation crisis. These legends teach about the balance of life and death and the importance of change. A version of this story is found among tribes of the Pacific Northwest, though the details vary. The version with two grandmothers. One widespread tale features two grandmothers, sometimes represented as birds, who argue over the fate of humanity. The first grandmother desired that life be eternal. If a person died, they would simply be restored to life, ensuring that loved ones would not be lost forever. The second grandmother, often seen as having more foresight, argued against this. She pointed out that if no one ever died, the world would eventually become overcrowded, leading to suffering and a lack of resources for future generations. The decision. Ultimately, the second grandmother prevailed and mortality was introduced to the world. She believed that with death, people would be motivated to live their lives fully and to cherish the time they have with their families. This choice also made way for the next generation of children to be born and experience the world. The version with Coyote. In other variations, the trickster figure Coyote plays a pivotal role in arguing for mortality, much to the dismay of the elders. The Council. A council of elders, including a prominent grandmother figure, is convened to decide whether humans should be immortal or die and return. The majority, led by the grandmother, favor having people die temporarily and then return to life. Coyote's dissent. Coyote, however, interrupts the discussion to argue for permanent death. He makes a self-serving or short-sighted argument that permanent death is necessary to prevent overcrowding and ensure there is enough food for all. The consequence. While the council initially agrees with the grandmother, Coyote's meddling ultimately seals humanity's fate. He slams a door or uses a similar trick to stop the spirit of the first person to die from returning, making death permanent. This version portrays death not as a malicious act, but as an integral part of the cycle of life that is essential for new life to emerge. The lesson of the myths. Regardless of the specifics, these legends convey deep lessons about the natural order of the world, the balance of life and death. The stories emphasize that life and death are not opposing forces, but two parts of the same continuous cycle. Death is a necessary component for new life to begin. The role of grandmothers. The stories highlight the wisdom of elders, especially grandmothers, who carry knowledge crucial to the well-being of the entire community, not just the present generation. The acceptance of change. These myths suggest that accepting the natural cycle of life, rather than clinging to a desire for eternal, unchanging life, is the wisest path.